Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Roz. Mocha. Roz. Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow! You just won $1,000.
That is amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I love this podcast. Hey, Mocha.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do the news.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
News break.
Well, it's looking like the Paramount Warner Brothers Netflix deal is coming to a close, and it will be Paramount that actually wins out over Netflix with that bully offer that they brought to their board. $111 billion is what Paramount will pay for Warner Brothers. See, the difference is that Paramount was willing to take their conventional television assets, which Netflix didn't want. So the conventional television assets are TNT, CBS, CNN, MTV, Showtime, Adult Swim, DC Studios, Paramount Plus, Nickelodeon, HBO Max, Comedy Central. So they didn't want their conventional TV. They didn't want TNT, CBS, CNN, MTV, and
They just wanted like the big stuff.
They wanted the big ones.
Yeah.
So Paramount is taking all of it. So they now the properties that they will now own are like endless.
Yeah.
Endless. All the rights to Star Trek.
And it helps the movie theaters.
Yeah, DC Comics. Yeah, because their deal was the big fear with Netflix is that Netflix had committed to keep films in theatrical runs for a period of time, but everybody knew that window was eventually going to shrink. And then theater owners and a few directors were worried that from now on, everything would just be straight to streaming as opposed to getting a theatrical run. And therefore, when that starts to happen, that's when things like the Academy Awards have to start changing their rules. Because right now the rule is the streaming movies do win, but they have to be in a theater for an X amount of time in enough theaters, right? Yeah, so they were worried about that. But is this a good deal? Who knows? It's a lot of money though, man. It's a lot of borrowed money too. Oof. A lot of Saudi money too. A lot of Saudi money in there.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Max Scherzer signed that $3 million deal with the Blue Jays, so Mad Max is going to be back, and his wife, Erica, I'll applaud that.
He's a great guy.
They got Max.
His wife, Erica, posted on social the letter that their daughter wrote, and so their kid wrote a letter and said, hey, can you please send this to the Blue Jays? This was after the end of last season, and the daughter wrote...
How old is the daughter? Do we know?
Young, probably like...
Let's find out.
Maybe to me like 6, 7, 8 kind of thing. Maybe
6, 7,
somewhere around there. But she wrote this, and I'm just going by the handwriting. It looks like
8.
a little.
She's 8.
She's 8.
Okay.
She wrote, "Dear Blue Jays, I'm so sorry that you didn't win the World Series. I hope that you win next time. I hope my dad is back with the team. My whole family loves spending time in Toronto with our dad. We love the aquarium, the CN Tower, and of course the stadium. I'm looking forward to coming back next season. Love, Max Scherzer's daughter." And then and the wife posted, looks like she gets her wish.
Oh, that kid is going to be asked by athletes everywhere to write a letter.
Yeah, I know. Austin Matthews should be calling her up. Hey, yo.
Yeah.
Stop.
Can you do a little something for
Can you write a letter to everyone and just tell them not to be mad at me anymore?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
They had that giant open casting call for the reboot of Baywatch.
Oh,
and I want to read this piece from Variety to you. They started off this way. 40,000 people submitted reels and headshots, and only 2,000 of them were invited to audition. 2,000. Hundreds flew across the country to spend 45 seconds reading a few lines of dialogue. Among the people gathered, a mother and daughter with zero acting experience who came from Colorado, a math tutor in a self-diagnosed midlife crisis, an influencer who had never heard of Baywatch until she saw the casting call, a woman caked in white face paint who explains, "I'm a clown." They asked the series lead, Stephen Amell, for his thoughts on the process, and he said, quote, This whole thing is not normal.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
The producers are looking to cast, we know, lifeguards, obviously, but also extras, barflies, regulars, people who live there, all this other stuff. So there's a lot of things. And they're making it very clear that this reboot is not campy like the movie was with The Rock and Zac Efron. They say, we never make fun of the original. This is McGee, who's directing the pilot.
Well, he's good.
Yeah, he's great. He says, anything that proves to be as zeitgeisty as Baywatch doesn't deserve snark. He brings up Top Gun Maverick as a guiding light for how to honor nostalgic IP with a big-hearted blockbuster version. So they're taking it seriously.
I love it. Why not?
Right, yeah, man. I'm down with that.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Benny Blanco's feet. We talked about this yesterday. He does his podcast with his best friend, Lil Dicky. I don't know if you ever watched that show. Did you ever watch Lil Dicky's show?
I didn't watch it, no.
God,
I heard it's funny,
it's
though.
It's one of the funniest shows I've ever seen in my life. He's doing the podcast, and he had bare feet, and he put them up on the couch, and all during the podcast, everybody noticed how dirty his feet were, and then he farted during the podcast. But it was his dirty feet that everybody's going on about.
Now he's known as Dutty Blanco.
Here is Dutty Blanco talking to Jimmy Kimmel about his dirty feet.
There is something that turned up as people were watching your multimedia experience, and people seem to be fascinated with the idea that Benny's feet are very dirty.
Real? Okay.
I noticed that too, Jimmy.
Wait.
Please explain.
Okay, first of all...
Inexplicable.
First of all, it's the facility's fault. It's not mine. The floors are... I have great feet. Hold on.
Now, you're saying the facility...
It's Kristen and
Dave's house.
Someone zoom in on my foot. Look at that.
We can't see the bottom.
Okay, look at that foot. Clean foot. Look at that. Are you kidding me?
It was the first day we filmed anything, so the crew was coming in and out. It probably was a little bit...
You should get an OnlyFans for that thing.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Wait, can you take that off for a second real quick? Because your foot has an afro also.
Yeah.
It's really
Oh, my God.
I've never seen...
Yeah, the hair.
Yeah, the other side, you've got a little foot afro.
Yeah, but focus on the good part.
Yeah. How about that?
Hair. I got hair.
So you're saying that Dave's floors are not clean, and that's the reason that your foot...
on that day, it was
Thank
dirty.
you.
On that day.
On a few days. A few of the days it's been
but hold
dirty.
on. You're walking onto a set where you know multiple people are going to be, where multiple people walk with their shoes anyway.
Living room.
I guess he walks around barefoot a lot, right? Which is fine. I do that.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of crew and a lot of dirt and everything else because they're doing this in Little Dicky's house. And so he was just walking around barefoot, and he blames the other people that his feet were dirty.
I'm Dutty Blanco.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Lisa Rinna, this is crazy. So she was on Traitors, right? Is that the deal?
Yeah.
The new season of Traitors. And I guess at the wrap party, which is like a staff event at the for season 4 of Traitors, the story was that she claims that she was roofied.
What?
At the wrap party for the show, and she was there with all her cast members and everything else, and somebody had noticed that she was not acting normal because of the amount that they thought that she had to drink, which was not a lot, and they alerted her husband and then Harry Hamlin, and then he got her out of there. And what exactly happened, who knows? But listen to this. This is Lisa Rinna talking to Good Day New York with Jerry O'Connell.
You made news about, you thought that maybe you were roofied at the party.
Yes, I was.
You know that for certain?
Well, I do.
Did you take like a test or something?
I did.
Do you know what it was?
I had fentanyl in my system.
What?
Yes, I'm not kidding. I had fentanyl, high levels of amphetamines and other things, but I can't talk a lot about it because we're still dealing with it. It was leaked, and my team is dealing with it now.
Oh,
right?
my God.
Isn't that crazy?
Yo,
at a wrap party?
wild.
For a TV show?
That is wild. I wonder if they had cameras in that place.
Yeah, I don't know, man. What show is she on again? No,
Real Housewives
Real
of Beverly
Housewives.
Hills.
Thank you. Yeah,
But wasn't she in Melrose Place?
No.
Lisa Rinna?
Maybe
No.
She was on Days of Our Lives.
Maybe Melrose later years, but not OG Melrose. I don't think she was OG Melrose. I could be completely wrong, though.
Melrose Place from 92 to 99.
Was she really? Yeah.
No,
Who'd she
never.
play on Melrose Place? What was her character's name?
Then she was in Veronica Mars.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Heated rivalry. We had said that these guys better get their asses back into the writer's room and crank out a second season while everybody's still talking about it. And they are.
Oh, nice.
So they
went to the cottage and started writing?
Yes, they did. There wasn't really a plan going into this for season 2, but because of the reaction, which has been just insane, they are now telling fans spring 2027. So 1 year turnaround.
But how long does it take to write that? They kissed, then they kissed, then they kissed, then they kissed. Done.
But you got to shoot it all, right? You got to book your locations. You got to do all this stuff.
How hard is it to shoot 5 kisses?
That's a quick turnaround. 1 year?
Yeah,
for a hit show?
I know, but
when
I just want
everything
it
else
sooner.
is 2+?
I want it sooner.
This
Gotta
is
capitalize.
great news, man, for fans.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Scream 7 did massive money over the weekend, and the reason that this is so important is Neve Campbell was at odds with the people behind Scream, and she sat out the last one because they didn't want to pay her what she felt she deserved for her legacy with that franchise and the film, so she skipped 6.
They actually hilariously reference that in the new one.
Do they?
Yeah. The new one's epic.
Yeah, she skipped it, and then so she came back. They paid her. I think it was like $7 million or something like that for Scream 7, and Scream 7. Scream 1 came out 30 years ago, by the way.
Wow.
Scream 7 opened this weekend, and it had the biggest opening of all the Scream movies.
Really?
It's the best one in the franchise.
Yeah, with Neve Campbell back.
Wow.
$64.1 million.
She is that franchise.
So you know what I mean, like.
Pay the girl the money.
Pay the girl the money. Do what you got to do.
She just proved to
Right?
you
Yep.
why
Just pay her.
she is that franchise.
She is.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I guess they're no longer called the SAG Awards. They're called the Actor Awards now, which is weird.
But wasn't it called the Screen Actors Guild?
It was always the Screen Actors Guild Awards. And they have a really, really weird thing because when you would ever say them, because I've been to the Screen Actors Guild Awards countless times, and the one rule that they had was you were never allowed to call it the SAG Awards. You had to call it the Screen Actors Guild Awards. They hated when anyone ever called it the SAG Awards, which I felt was weird, right? Everybody calls it the SAG Awards. So then they changed it because I guess
it sounded like negative.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. And so they changed it. So now it's the Actor Awards. Harrison Ford getting very emotional. He received the Lifetime Achievement Award last night.
Sometimes we make entertainment. Sometimes we make art. Sometimes we're lucky we make them both at the same time. And if we're really fortunate, we also get to make a living doing it. Success in this business brings a certain freedom that comes with responsibility to support each other, to lift others up when we can, to keep the door open for the next kid, the next lost boy who's looking for a place to belong. I'm indeed a lucky guy. Lucky to have found my people. Lucky to have work that challenges me. Lucky to still be doing it. And I don't take that for granted.
Aww.
How old is Harrison Ford now? How old is that
He's got to
guy?
be in his 80s.
Is he 80?
God, what if he's
80,
younger
right?
than you?
83.
He's 83.
Yeah.
Wow.
The Pit did very well. So Noah Wyle winning Best Actor in a Drama, but also outstanding performance by an ensemble in a drama. So the whole cast won. Here is Noah Wyle accepting on behalf of the cast.
I will be honest and say that of all the trophies that are out there, I was so desirous of this one for this cast, just so I could share this moment right now with them. I've never been more proud of a group of people in my life. This is the hardest working group of people who answered a call for a kind of buy-in, immersive, total, experience. And it's been challenging and difficult and rewarding in ways that I couldn't possibly fathom. But I look at your faces, and every second of it, I wouldn't change one thing. Oh my God, we're so grateful for this. I can't even tell. And to the fellow nominees, the work is so exceptional. The work is so exceptional that this is really humbling and really exciting. Thank you very, very much.
I saw an interview with one of the young women on that show, one of the actors, and do you know what sides are when you go into a movie set?
No.
Sides. So you know how you have your main script, right?
Yeah.
So sides are these little mini versions of like the script in that particular scene, and sometimes it has blocking, direction, and everything else. But it's like a little pocketbook version of what the script is for that scene.
Handy.
And it's handy for people. And actors, they just throw them in their back pocket, and then they go over their sides, and they touch up on their lines and everything else, and then they just hide it or hand it off to an assistant. But when you watch The Pit, there's so much going on. There's so much dialogue, and there's so much medical stuff, and every scene has 9 people in it, and it's so fast paced. And one of the actors was talking about how difficult the show is to do because it's a no side set. Meaning, when you walk onto that set, there's no reminder. You don't have the pocketbook of your lines. Like when you walk onto that set, and
you better know,
and to do a scene, you got to know,
because your scrubs don't have back pockets.
Well, and you could hand them off. People have sides in scenes where they're naked. You hand it off.
Yeah.
But
the naked. Where do you think they keep the sides?
Yeah. But the rule is it's a no side set, so they get no reminders once. Can you believe that?
With all that medical
With
jargon,
all that
that's
medical
hard,
stuff,
man.
numbers.
Wow, that's incredible,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
But what happens if you? I don't know. Like if you screw up.
Yeah.
Can I please look at my side?
I know. And there's never a scene that has just 2 people talking.
Yeah.
It is always a scene with like 9 people just sort of like going.
Yeah.
It's incredible. You don't watch the show, right? No. So you didn't see the show where a woman came in, what's the best way to say this? Compacted?
Okay.
Like she got
shot or something?
Like no bowels, compacted. Like she couldn't like.
Oh, she's like constipated.
Constipated, yes. And they had to, and one of the young doctors had to help her.
Like get it out?
Yeah. Extract. Thank you,
Is
Chef.
it like siphoning gas out of a tank?
No, it's more like you drop something down the drain of a sink and you had to go in and get it with a finger.
No. No. Yo, they ever heard of like Restore-Lax or something? Here, drink this.
Yeah, and there was that other episode where the old guy came in, he'd taken too much Viagra.
Oh, yeah?
Right? Yeah. Then they had to drain it with a needle. And they showed it.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
On the show.
Yeah. It's a great show, by the way. You got to get on that.
Hey.
I'm good, bro.
Oh, remember when they cut the guy's cast off and it was full of maggots?
That's so gross.
That's why you win awards.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Zendaya and Tom Holland. Everybody's wondering when they're going to get married, and I guess her stylist, guy named La Roche, did an interview with Access Hollywood. I don't think he's being serious here, but whatever. A lot of people are saying that Tom Holland and Zendaya are already married.
You and Zendaya have the relationship every stylist and every celebrity would love to have. We know she's going to be getting married. Are we thinking about the looks already for the wedding? Do you come to her and say, hey, Zendaya, I think? Or does she say, this is the bride I want to look like?
Y'all, the wedding already happened. Y'all missed it.
Well, you know, the other day they said she had on a gold band, and folks were wondering.
The wedding is over. Sorry.
Would you stop?
But no, what I'm thinking about is all the movies that she has coming out. There's a lot of premieres. There's a lot of clothes. There's a lot of fashion. There's a lot of archive. There's a lot of method dressing. So I'm looking forward to that, and that's what I'm concentrating on now.
They're not married, right?
A year ago,
What's that, Maureen?
A year ago, La Roche was doing interviews saying that when they do get married, it's going to be private. You'll never know. So I believe him.
You do?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think so.
Me neither.
No.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
You been watching Love Story at all? The JFK Jr. Carolyn Bessette show? No, more you have?
I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
Love show? No,
Love Story.
Love Story.
It was JFK Jr. and Carolyn Bessette. It's their story. Do you know that at all?
No.
You don't know that at all? No.
I don't know who that girl is.
It was super. It was such a impactful time in my life because it's all like mid-90s kind of stuff. When
Wait, who? JFK?
JFK Jr.
Oh,
John.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't know the story at all.
No idea.
Okay. So
Really?
anyway, whatever.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, no.
What's I don't know.
I
Like,
can understand.
So JFK Jr. Right was sort of like he became. I mean, his dad was JFK.
yeah.
And then when his dad was killed, there's the one super famous shot where he was like a little boy, where his dad's hearse is going by him on the road, and he's like 4 years old or whatever it was.
Oh my God, that's
and,
so
and he
sad.
salutes his dad's hearse, right?
Oh, that's
as
so
a little boy.
sad.
So John grew up as the sort of heir of all of that because he was too young to really understand what was going on. And then because of the way paparazzi and everything else were, and with his mom getting remarried, and he became the first sort of like massive target for paparazzi and press his whole life. Did
you get into politics too?
He was about to, and then he died.
He did?
Yeah, his plane crashed. He was flying. He got his pilot's license and
No!
was flying his plane.
And oh my God, that's so sad.
And Carolyn Bessette.
And
But
her
anyway,
sister.
and her sister. Yeah, but the whole story is this, right?
Oh my God.
So
that's so
the
sad.
guy playing JFK. I mean, listen, do I think he's doing a great job? I think he's doing a fine job. I think that they made his hair too dark.
Careful,
If I
he's a
could-
fan of the show.
I'm not saying he's not. I think he's doing a fine job. I think that they made his hair too dark, right? But what I really want to know is that because JFK Jr. had some wild fashion sense, right? Because it was the 90s. So he would do like Hawaiian shorts with a dress shirt and a backwards Kangol hat.
Okay.
Right? Like he was that guy, right?
Adam Sandler?
Yeah, and yeah, basically Adam Sandler. Yeah. But the guy who's playing him, like the clothes are perfect. Like the ridiculous JFK fashion that they put on this guy is insane. But I'm obsessed with the show. Obsessed with the show.
Brilliantly done. It's Ryan Murphy.
Yeah, it's a Ryan Murphy show.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. They did Daryl Hannah dirty though, I think.
Who did she play?
Because she dated JFK Jr. for a while.
Oh, she did?
Yeah. And they portray her as kind of like a whatever. But also Carolyn Bessette, I think because she never did an interview, so nobody knows really anything about her, the wife, right? But
a lot of people say Carrie Bradshaw is based on her.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm reading a lot of stuff on this, and people think that Carrie Bradshaw is very much Carolyn Bessette.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I want to get back to the Screen Actors Guild Awards last night, a.k.a. the Actor Awards. It was the outstanding performance by a female actor in a comedy series, and Catherine O'Hara won, right? And, of course, Catherine O'Hara sadly passed away. And I want to play this whole thing because it's just really, really great. This Seth Rogen came on stage to accept the award on behalf of Catherine O'Hara.
I was asked to assume the very sad honor of accepting this award on O'Hara's behalf. I know she would have been honored to receive this award from her fellow performers, who I know she respected so much. She was such big fans of all of yours. I obviously, have been reflecting on the time I was fortunate enough to spend with her and working with her. And something that I've just been marveling at over the last few weeks was really her ability to be generous and kind and gracious while never, ever minimizing her own talents and her own ability to contribute to the work that we were doing. She knew she could destroy, and she wanted to destroy every day on set. And I haven't said this to the other actors because I didn't want them to get ideas, but pretty much every evening before she had a shooting day on our show, she would email me and Evan an email that always was pretty similar, and it said, "Hello, I hope you'll consider the following." And then there would be a completely rewritten version of the scene she was in.
That's great.
And literally 100% of the time, it made not just her character better, but it made the scene better and the entire show better as a whole. And she really showed that you can be a genius and be kind, and one of those things does not have to come at the expense of the other in any way, shape, or form.
This is beautiful, man.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll just leave you with this. If you have people in your lives that don't know her work, if there are kids in your lives or just people who are out of touch or stupid or something, just show them O'Hara dancing to Harry Belafonte in Beetlejuice. Show them O'Hara hurting her knee in Best in Show and doing that amazing thing where she hobbles around. And tell the people as they are laughing that that's Catherine O'Hara, and we were lucky that we got to live in a world where she so generally shared her talents with us. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Isn't that great?
That's great.
yeah.
Also, guys, this year, when we're all at home watching Home Alone, Man, that movie's gonna hit different.
Yeah.
Because both her and the dad in the show are gone. So it really is going to be sad.
Yeah.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Shia LaBeouf did an interview because remember he got arrested during Mardi Gras.
Yeah, he beat somebody up.
Yeah,
right?
he got in like a huge brawl, like a huge fight, and then he got out of jail, and then he ran back to Mardi Gras on foot, bought a T-shirt on the way, and then just continued to party. So this made a lot of news, and he did like a long, like hour-long interview with this guy after Mardi Gras. But this is the big headline where Shia LaBeouf was talking about how he's afraid of big gay people.
What?
But I'll be honest with you, big gay people are scary to me.
What do you mean?
When I'm like standing by myself and 3 gay dudes are next to me touching my leg, I get scared.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. If that's homophobic, then I'm that.
Yeah.
What?
Does that happen a lot?
No, it just happened one time.
Recently?
Well, that's why I got arrested.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you were sort of being groped and surrounded.
I'm not going to say that because my lawyer said, "Oh, dude,
it's okay. We can back up."
I am wrong for touching anyone ever, and that's the end of my statement on this whole.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Moving back to like what kind of things would set off that Napoleon complex?
Being challenged, my masculinity being challenged, somebody touching my girl, or touching my kid, or I'm good with gay. Be gay over there though. Don't be gay in my lap.
Oh my God, Shia LaBeouf. Jesus.
I mean, like,
also don't grope Shia LaBeouf.
Thank you. Right? Like,
I mean, with all due, we haven't heard their side.
Yeah.
well, I mean, there was a fist fight, so
Yeah. We don't know if
Something
they would
happened.
grope it,
Something happened.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Whether you're
but I
gay or
also-
straight, do not grope another person.
I mean, I also think Shia LaBeouf was a young guy in Hollywood who had a real questionable dad, who sort of left him on sets, everything else. Like, who knows what happened to Shia LaBeouf, right?
Yeah.
We know a lot happened to a lot of other people,
Sure.
right? Like, God knows what only happened to that kid. I'm not saying anything did, but we don't know. But yeah, I mean, just listen, don't fist fight anybody, but also don't grope anybody.
Yeah, facts.
Right?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Over in Iran, Ayatollah Khomeini and his henchmen were reportedly killed within the first 30 seconds of that mammoth blitz. The Ayatollah's headquarters was obliterated when the U.S. and Israel unleashed what they called Operation Epic Fury.
Wow. Yo, that sounds like a movie.
After the CIA spent months tracking him, Donald Trump gave the green light for the strikes after the intelligence agency spotted indicators that they were planning that Iran was planning to hit U.S. bases. Israeli spies infiltrated the Ayatollah's regime and knew where he would be for those meetings while they were taking place. They were working on this for months. And I guess what happened was they were worried about leaks. And so they built with this internal sort of group who were their responsibility was to find people that could be spies and leaks. But the people who were on that board were actually spies.
Oh my God.
So they didn't know, right? It was just like it was all inside, like absolute craziness. Over the weekend, Trump said that Iran was ready to talk. However, a veteran power broker loyal to Iran's supreme leader has ripped that, calling Trump his delusional fantasies and warned that the U.S. That they are not willing to negotiate. He delivered that message yesterday after announcing the formation of a provisional governing structure. And then meanwhile, 3 U.S. F-15s were shot down by Kuwaiti air defense systems in a tragedy of friendly fire. The American military said in a statement earlier this morning, all 6 crew members aboard those planes were able to eject safely and are in stable condition. Over the weekend, 3 American soldiers deployed to Kuwait as part of that unit overseas. They were doing logistics work in Kuwait. They were killed in one of the Iranian attacks.
Question.
Yes.
Dumb question.
Probably not.
Excuse my ignorance.
Yes.
Why do they call it friendly fire?
It's when when you shoot down your own planes. So they're working with Kuwait, right?
Got it.
So they have bases there. The U.S.'s bases in Kuwait, but they also have their own missile defense. And so what happened was they saw U.S. F-15s flying through the air. They thought they were, I guess, Iranian. and they shot them down. And then they ejected, and
Sometimes it'd be your own.
the pilots are fine, right? That's what friendly fire is. It's a terrible term
Yeah.
for when that happens, friendly fire, but it's the term that has just been used since the beginning of time. Yeah, but
to me, I always say it's like you lick off a shot in the air to be like, "Yo, we're here," like as a
yes,
as like a
thank you.
warning.
Yes,
right. This is just, we're not attacking.
Yes.
This is just like a friendly "What's up?"
Yes, that would be that's
Right?
friendly fire.
Boom, lick off a shot, and that's it.
Yeah. Let the homies know,
Yeah,
right?
Don't come at us, but we just want to let you know, like we're in your gates.
We're here.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
At the SAG Awards last night, or the Actor Awards, Sinners taking Best Ensemble for the film category, as well as Michael B. Jordan for
AKA my twin.
Actor in a leading role. Here's Michael B.
I remember as a kid in this industry, and you had to earn your vouchers to become a member of SAG. You know, I thought it was this, this club that I wanted to be in so bad, but you had to get, vouchers, and depending on how many lines you had in an episode or a show would determine, if you got that membership card or not. And I remember watching all the other actors that I looked up to being a part of that club, being a part of SAG-AFTRA, being a part of this community, and I was like, man, I want to be that one day. So when I got my SAG-AFTRA card, I was like, man, I'm like an entry level member. And those guys that were on stage with the awards and the nice suits, talking, being in fancy places like that, that's what I always wanted. And that kid from Newark, New Jersey is standing here right now. Man, just being in this room right now with all these people who see me grow up in front of the camera and in these rooms, and I feel the love and support that you've always given me and encouraged me to go on and do my best. So just want to say thank you. And yeah, man, this is pretty cool.
There we go. So who knows what's going to happen at the Academy Awards? It's kind of all over the place right now.
Sinner's going to get something.
It will, absolutely. But who's going to win Best Actor? Don't know.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Couple of big stories over the weekend. Kelly Osbourne was at the Brit Awards, and it just didn't look like Kelly Osbourne. And the comments that were that I was reading anyway, weren't so much disparaging. They were more concerned because Kelly Osbourne has lost an incredible amount of weight. And she released a statement saying there's a special kind of cruelty in hammering someone who is clearly going through something, kicking me while I'm down, doubting my pain, spreading my struggles as gossip, and turning your back on me when I needed you the most. I'm currently going through the hardest time in my life. Her dad just passed away. I should not even have to defend myself, but I won't sit here and allow myself to be dehumanized in such a way. I don't know if you've seen the pictures of Kelly Osbourne.
Now, her cheeks are like really sunken in.
Yeah. So this is not a new thing, and I want to go back to a clip. I think it was late 2024. Was it not, Maury? Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was a long time.
When Ozempic was first all the rage, and Kelly and her mom, Sharon Osbourne, were all over Ozempic. And if you remember, Kelly's attitude towards Ozempic was that the people who are hating on Ozempic are hating on it because they can't afford Ozempic.
I think it's amazing, and I think it's great for them. There are a million ways to lose weight. Why not do it through something that isn't as boring as working out? People hate on it because they want to do it. And the people who hate it on the most, the people who are secretly doing it or pissed off that they can't afford it. And that's just, unfortunately, right now, it's something that is very expensive, but it eventually won't be because it actually works.
So the people that were hating on Ozempic are the people who can't afford Ozempic. Like that's a trash statement, that right?
But now she's saying she's sick, or you don't know. What she's going through.
She's just going through. I mean, she's grieving and she's not, But when you look at her, like nobody was. I didn't hear a lot of people goofing on her per se. It's just absolute concern because she just doesn't look. She doesn't look healthy.
Not
this is when you need people to sort of step in and be like, yo, we got to get you some other help. You need help with this stuff, but we got to get you some other help as well. The other big story of the weekend was Jim Carrey's brought his new face to an awards show where he was given a big Lifetime Achievement Award in Paris. And I don't know if you've seen the clips of that interview where it just does not look like Jim Carrey at all.
Is he sick now?
You can look that up. No, he just got the sort of Bradley Cooper eyes and the new cheeks and everything else. So everybody was like, yo, what is going on with Jim Carrey?
Oh, my goodness.
And then I guess there was a special effects guy, I don't know who this guy is, named Alexis Stone, who impersonates celebrities with masks. And then he put up like a really bad AI picture of a hotel room in Paris with a Jim Carrey mask, fake teeth, and a wig on the desk, and was trying to convince everybody that was actually him that went to this awards show and impersonated Jim Carrey. So the organization released a statement saying organizers of the French Awards say that the rumors are a non-issue. They say Jim Carrey's visit has been planned since the summer. From the outset, he was extremely touched by the Academy's invitation. 8 months of ongoing constructive discussions. He worked on his speech in French for months. He came with his partner, his daughter, his grandson, and 12 close friends and family members. So it was not an impersonator.
Although
what?
When this Jim Carrey was signing autographs outside, people noticed that Jim Carrey in the past would always sign with his right hand, and then this particular person was signing with his left. So there are conspiracies that it's not Jim Carrey.
But it was Jim Carrey at the awards show.
We don't know.
We do know.
Don't do this, man. On the show.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
God, have you seen the price of passports lately?
Passports?
Organic?
The price of passports. NGO passports, organic, gluten-free.
Oh, perfect.
Dairy
free. My kid's dairy free.
Vegan passports. Yeah, that's all you need to know. The cost of passports going up on March 31st by 2.7%. That means the price of a 5-year passport will rise to just over $123, and a 10-year passport, you're looking at $164.
They should do it where, like, if you plan on traveling 3 times, it's this much. But if you're going to travel 5 times, it's this much.
Like a bus ticket?
Yeah.
You transfer with that?
Because if you travel less, you should spend less.
So what, like, you want like a temporary, like you want to be able to just use like
a punch card, like if you're, like a sort of a package deal, like bundled.
Right.
Because you don't know how much you're going to travel.
Prove?
But then the thing is, if they scan it, well, you've only traveled 3 times. I'm sorry, sir, you can't travel today.
Yeah, because that's what I want when I'm overseas somewhere. Is like some sort of unreliable document that nobody else in the world understands. Yeah, that's exactly what I want.
That's how you end up in a jail, man.
Yeah. That's how you end up living in Mexico for the rest of your life.
Facts.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
The blood moon is happening.
Yes.
I think it's probably over by now.
What a blood moon.
Total lunar eclipse. You can play that. That's fine. I got no problem. Eclipse occurs when the Earth passes between the sun and the moon. When that happens, a gigantic shadow is cast across the lunar surface, turning it into a blood moon due to its deep reddish orangey kind of color. The alignment can only occur during a full moon phase because I believe today is a full moon. Damn it, Maury went to get a coffee right before the show started, talked to some people on the street.
The blood moon is happening right now. Look up at the moon and tell me how it makes you feel. Look at the blood moon.
The god of war, Thor. The god of war, Mars.
Mars?
I'm kind of shocked.
Yeah. What's that?
It's right there, right?
Yeah. Isn't it beautiful?
It's remarkable. Spectacular.
Spectacular. It does kind of look like Mars. I would be like, whoa.
It's happening.
It's remarkable.
It is remarkable, sir.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
I want to play this Cardi B clip. I guess Cardi has a problem with fans fighting at her concerts.
Oh, no.
Like while she's on stage, like fans are just going at each other. And she's telling them to stop, but she's telling them to stop for the most Cardi B reason ever.
Ladies and gentlemen, please don't fight.
Positive message?
Yeah.
Because when y'all fight,
Yeah.
I'm nosy. I want to see it. I want to see it.
Oh, no.
And that distracts me from my performance. And then I up. And then I'm all over the internet up my moves. Because I want to see the fight.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Don't encourage
I'm with
fighting.
her.
I'm with her.
So don't fight because it's distracting because I'm performing and I actually want to see the fight.
Totally.
That's just going to
Yes.
This can cause riots.
The Roz and Mocha Show
podcast.
Sometimes somebody creates like a comic book or a video game, and then it goes through the whole world of, different versions of it, and then eventually sometimes it becomes a film. That's happening with God of War right now, where they've turned it into a show. God of War, super popular video game.
Yeah.
The main character is this guy named Kratos, who was just this vicious sort of, warlord Viking kind of guy. He's gray with like red paint on his face. So the creator of God of War, the guy who created God of War all those years ago, and I don't think he's been happy with the last couple video games either, saw the first picture that Amazon Prime released of God of War, the TV show.
Okay.
And it's a shot of this Viking guy in the woods, sort of like bending over and looking at something. And this is what the creator of God of War said. First of all, he said that the show looks so bad in so many ways. He said, Kratos in that pose with this expression, not the guy's face, but the expression, he just looks stupid. If you're going to reveal to most people a brand new character that you hope is going to carry your series for the first time, and they've never really seen this before, and this is the way you introduce them, maybe that's conscious. Maybe they're like, well, what we really want to focus on is the father-son story, and if we focus on him being like a Spartan rage and all that, maybe people are like, I don't want to watch that show, or maybe. But then, at that point, you could find a picture that doesn't look like he's taking a crap in the woods.
Oh, my God. I'm looking at this photo. I agree with every single thing he's saying. The way he's describing, this guy does not look scary at all. He looks like a big dummy.
No, because if you compare that photo to, like, the box covers for the video games and stuff, I know. He looks menacing on that. But anyway, not happy at all. That's from the creator of God of War. I've never played that game. Has anybody played that game?
Behind a tree.
Yeah. Is it a good game? I don't even know. I don't know.
It is good.
Is it a good game?
Yeah, I've played.
I don't know. I don't know any of those games, man. I'm trying to think of the last video game I played. I played a game with Roxy over the holidays, where you're like a little kid, and you are in the belly of some ship, and there's just these like giant, grotesque, like obese, like greasy monster human kind of people,
like ogres
that just try and eat you, right? And you got to run away from them.
Wait, where'd you play this game?
It's on
PS5?
I don't know, like PS5, something like
What's
that.
it called?
I don't know, man. But it's a terrifying game. Like, it's scurry. Like
how do I even search that?
What? Look up.
Fat greasy guy.
Look up. Girl in yellow raincoat. Video game. Fat greasy murder, and then at one point,
Little Nightmares, is that it? I don't know.
And then at one point in the game, you get hungry in the game, and then you can't run as fast, so you gotta look for this stuff.
Yo, it legit just said.
Yeah.
Did not match any document, like that exact phrase.
Document.
Yeah, but can you hit
don't go to
images
the AI.
just to see what's there?
Hold on here. Okay.
I think it's Little Nightmares.
It's called Very Little Nightmares.
Hold on here.
The girl in the yellow raincoat dies by falling off a cliff into the ocean during a confrontation with the pretender. After the chase, the pretender lunges at her, causing both to plunge into the water. Oh, the raincoat floats to the surface? Is that the game?
I don't know. It might be the game. I don't think it doesn't look like the game to me. But anyway, so you got to feed this girl, right? Like, she gets sluggish, and then you got to find food. And all throughout the game, it's like regular. Like, you find these little vials, and then she, eats it and whatever, right?
Yeah. I looked up the wrong thing.
And then at one point in the game, there's like a little animal, like a mouse or a rabbit or something like that she finds, and she gets hungry, and then the rabbit thing pushes over the little canister of her video game food that she's supposed to eat, and then when you click the button to eat, she skips over the little vial and picks up the cute little creature and eats that.
Bro, who's a God of War now? Damn.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
2 Canadians have been killed in a bus crash in Dominican Republic.
Oh, my gosh.
Authorities say the tourist bus slid across the road, which led to the accident. 13 others were hurt, and the DR National Health Service says 2 of the passengers had to be transferred to a specialized trauma hospital. Oh, no. Tragic.
The Roz and Mocha Show
podcast.
Oh, I wanted to play you this real quick, which was the story of Kristen Bell and the monster of a franchise that Frozen is. So the story came out that for the next Frozen, they were going to pay Kristen Bell $60 million for the next Frozen. And where this really seems off to me is that the story also said that they were going to give Idina Menzel and Josh Gad $60 million each for a total for the three of them of a budget of $180 million just in salary for the three stars.
But they'll recoup all that money.
There's no way they're making that money.
Her name's not Idina Menzel, by the way.
What's that?
Her name's not Idina Menzel, by the way.
What is it?
Adele Dazeem.
Okay. But anyway, listen, there's no way they're paying this. Here is Kristen Bell with Entertainment Tonight.
When you signed that Frozen deal, did you do a little dance? Were you like, look at Mama?
No, well, I think also there's been a lot misreported about that Frozen.
Well, let's get that straight because we were like, oh my God.
Yeah, no. That's somebody making a lot of things up. But that said, am I happy to have that job? And does it pay very well because it's a successful franchise? Yes. And I'm so grateful for it, and I will continue to do it for the rest of my life if they'll have me. Didn't it sound absurd when you read it?
I was like, that's a hell of a lot of money.
I read it, I was like, whoa! What?
See, the thing is, though, that would not surprise me.
60 mil?
Because those movies make so much money, not just at the box office, but with merchandise.
For sure. Absolutely.
Everything else that comes with all
They
that.
make $1 billion.
Yeah.
It's $1 billion movie, easily.
When you talk about a Disney movie, that number does not surprise me.
Yeah, but they don't pay the voice actors.
But she's not making that.
Josh Gad, what's his character's name? Was
Olaf.
He Olaf? Olaf's not making 60 mil for that movie. There's no
Olaf
way.
Shay, put some respect on his name, man.
The Roz and Mocha Show
podcast.
They're doing it right in BC. Premier David Eby announcing the end of time change as far as daylight saving and all that other stuff. This time they do it on the weekend. Will be their last.
Yeah, I think the reality for most British Columbians in November is that they're going to work in the dark. Their kids are going to school in the dark.
Yes.
This change today actually brings us in line with an area of the Northeast that stays on mountain time year-round, Fort St. John area. So in the north of our province, they're already there. In the south of our province, in Creston, it's the same thing. They're already there. So these are communities in British Columbia that have already made this change that we're coming in line with. They haven't seen those negative impacts, and they've seen significant benefits from getting an extra hour of light at the end of the day when the majority of human activity is taking place. Having more light on the roads for drivers at the end of the day, coming home from work, and we'll have the impact, we hope, of reducing collisions and ensuring that what little light we do have in British Columbia in those short days during the winter is concentrated where the majority of activity is taking place.
Big up BC for that. Now bring it to the rest of the country.
The Roz and Mocha Show
podcast.
President Donald Trump refusing to give an end date to what they started with Iran. U.S. military death. Right now, the death toll has risen to 6 military personnel who have been killed so far. Here is Donald Trump talking about the timeline.
We're already substantially ahead of our time projections, but whatever the time is, it's okay. Whatever it takes, we will always... And we have, right from the beginning, we projected 4 to 5 weeks. But we have capability to go far longer than that. We'll do it. Whatever somebody said today, they said, oh, well, the president wants to do it really quickly. After that, he'll get bored. I don't get bored. There's nothing boring about this.
Wow.
Yo, my man always sounds out of breath.
He's old and he's dealing with, I'm sure, diabetes and sleep apnea. And
There's nothing boring about this.
Clogged arteries, and gout, all of it.
Yeah.
Rickets. I'm sure he's got everything.
He's like Mr. Burns from The Simpsons.
Mr. Burns was at least he seemed healthier.
Yeah.
No, he has everything.
Yeah, Mr. Burns has every problem, every physical ailment.
But they all counteract each other. So he could still live.
There's nothing boring about this.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Justin Timberlake's lawyers are suing to block the release of the police body camera footage from his drunken driving arrest in the Hamptons back in 2024. His lawyers argue that the release of the video would, quote, devastate Timberlake's privacy by revealing, quote, intimate, highly personal, and sensitive details.
What?
Well, like the fact that he was hammered and he said he wasn't hammered. They also said that it would cause, quote, severe and irreparable harm to his reputation by subjecting him to, quote, public ridicule and harassment. He was the one that was drinking and driving. They weren't. They go on to say the footage at issue depicts an acutely vulnerable state during a roadside encounter with law enforcement, capturing intimate details of his physical appearance, demeanor, speech, and conduct during a field sobriety test, the subsequent arrest, and his confinement following arrest over the next several hours. So they want to release all the video.
You were drunk.
Bro, you were drunk.
Yeah, it's his fault. They should.
The judge has asked the two sides to confer on a possible resolution and report back later in the week. So, yeah, bro, I understand it's going to be damaging for you. And I understand you're trying to sell concert tickets. But this is not something that somebody found on your phone that, a website wants to release because they hacked you, right? That's different. You were
in a public place. Then you were drinking and driving.
Yeah, and you said you didn't. And then now they want to release the sobriety test of you falling all over the place and slurring your words.
He says, no, I didn't quite a lot about everything.
Yes, he does. And probably doing the don't you know who I am, right? I'm sure there's a lot of that in there. I don't think, to me, it doesn't sound like he was very apologetic and understanding.
Or was he like, come on,
arrest.
guys, like, is there some, like, we just, let this bypass type of thing?
Yeah, I don't, maybe
like
he
if
was.
I call an Uber,
right?
Would you let me go?
Yes.
Like, please, guys.
If I donate to the police association.
Yeah, please.
Right?
And they're like, no.
Yeah. I want to see that video, though.
Same.
So curious.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Mark Zuckerberg and his wife have just set a county record in Miami for the purchase price of their new home. It's small, too. Like, as far as the space goes, it's less than 2 acres. They just paid $170 million for a place on Indian Creek Island, otherwise known as Billionaire Bunker. They are the latest billionaires to skedaddle out of California and head east to Miami. The house isn't even done yet. It was designed by the same guy who did Drake's Place, Ferris Rafali. So depending on your aesthetic, you may find it glamorous. Other people find it tacky, right? Some people love Drake's Place and the other stuff that this guy's done. Other people are like, it's gaudy. It's billionaire gaudy.
I haven't got the invite.
It looks like new money, to me anyway.
Sure.
It looks like new money tacky.
Okay.
Is what it looks like.
I haven't got the invite to Drake's Place. I'm not bitter, but
on a massive scale. The Miami place he's designing looks really beautiful, though.
Hey, is he still designing that? Is he still building that underground city, like somewhere
in Hawaii? Is where he did.
It's
that
him,
that
right?
Was,
Zuckerberg?
Yeah, that was Zuckerberg. Yeah,
Just in
that
case.
was the big problem, is that he bought up all of this like cherished land and started building this giant underground bunker. I think that still exists. I don't think he's selling the Hawaii place. It's just his primary residence. He's getting out of California because of the taxes and the politics and everything else, like all the other billionaires are.
Sure,
which is crazy. But yeah, $170 million on what I believe is his third home.
Well, I'll keep an eye out for the invite to the housewarming.
That is a crazy amount of money.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Spencer Pratt. Spencer Pratt, we know, is running for mayor of Los Angeles. Karen Bass is right now the current mayor, who was the mayor during all the wildfires. Spencer Pratt launched this campaign based on what he saw was corruption and negligence following the wildfires. They lost their place. He and Heidi Montag lost their place in California. And then they had all those big benefit concerts and everything else, and nobody got the money. Like, nobody who owns those homes got any sort of relief money to build their homes back or dealing with temporary shelters. Like, nobody got money. So all this money went to NGOs, organizations, charities, and everything else, not to the people who thought were donating. So this is where Spencer Pratt got the idea that he wants to go in and clean up Los Angeles and get Karen Bass out of there. Now, I haven't really talked about this at all because it's Spencer Pratt.
Sure.
However, let me read you this. Spencer Pratt, who we know lost his home, So an email was sent Thursday by Karen Bass's campaign advisor, a guy named Douglas Herman, to, quote, interested parties. And it stated that the campaign's internal pollster, these are their pollsters inside the mayor's office, currently shows Spencer Pratt in a position to challenge Karen Bass in a November runoff election.
Wow.
Crazy.
He's her closest competitor.
He's her biggest threat.
Wow.
So the way it works is that if nobody gets 50% in June, then they go to a runoff. And they say in a runoff, it's down to the top two people. And so if he's her biggest challenger in a runoff, it would be Karen Bass and Spencer Pratt. Wow. And they're saying that he right now is her biggest threat as mayor. Here's Spencer Pratt.
You hear that's a train of justice coming. Karen Bass' biggest threat is officially qualified for the ballot. Ballots drop May 4th. Let's get to work. Choo-choo.
He waited. Wow.
Yeah,
Spencer
man.
Pratt.
I know.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Hillary Clinton video has been released of her closed-door deposition in the Epstein inquiry. So Hillary Clinton went one day and her husband, Bill Clinton, went another day. I've never been a huge Hillary Clinton fan. I did think she was the most qualified person to ever run for president. But, man, I wouldn't do anything in my life to avoid having Hillary Clinton mad at me because she is one fierce woman. So what happens, I'm going to play this clip. This is from the closed-door meeting. Okay. She's in the closed-door meeting with all her lawyers, and they found out that a picture of, and the Clintons wanted it public. The inquiry said behind closed doors. They were the ones that were fighting for it to be on camera, out in the open. So she goes into this room, and I guess they sit down, and somebody on the other side, part of the inquiry, had posted a picture of Hillary Clinton in that room. And so this is what you're hearing is this is Hillary and her people realizing that even before it started, that somebody posted a picture of what should have been a closed-door meeting.
Excuse me, can I interrupt?
I have
there
another.
are photos that are being released
This is her lawyer
of the
right
secretary as she is testifying from inside this room. Can you please advise me as to whether or not that's permissible and consistent with the rules, particularly given that we have asked for a public hearing? If there are photos that are being released of the secretary as she is testifying, can you please explain how that
I'm
can
done
occur?
with this. If you guys are doing that, I am done. You can hold me in contempt from now until the cows come home. This is just typical behavior.
We will go off the record.
Oh, for heaven's
So I would like
sake.
to understand how that's permissible.
She hits the desk.
It doesn't
Excuse
matter.
me.
We all are abiding by the same rules.
Damn.
I will take that down. Yeah,
So
well.
I would like to take a break at this moment.
Yeah,
and I'd like to have
I'm
a
done
conversation.
for now.
Damn.
Bro.
You can't handle the truth.
to never have Hillary Clinton yell at me, bro.
Slam her hand on the desk?
A happy life.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The story whether Jim Carrey showed up at that awards show in France last week or if it was an imposter, his people have, because Jim Carrey showed up with a brand new face, right? And it just did not look anything like Jim Carrey.
He looked puffy.
He's getting he got the same eye operation that Bradley Cooper got. His cheeks are all puffed out. He got that skin sucked out underneath the cheekbones that everybody's getting. Like, it just didn't look like Jim Carrey. And then a special effects guy who impersonates celebrities with these silicone masks, these hyper-realistic masks, came out and said, oh, it was me, and he was goofing around, and then everybody was like, whoa, maybe it was this guy, because it just didn't look like Jim Carrey. So much so that the organization behind the awards show had to come out and say that he was there. He showed up with his family and his kids and 12 relatives. Now his publicist had to come out and say, quote, Jim Carrey attended the Caesar Awards, where he accepted his honor with his honorary Caesar Award. That was it. End of statement. So now everybody has to come out and say, yes, it was Jim Carrey, which is even more crazy to people because it really just did not look like
Has Jim Carrey said?
No,
like,
through his people.
But like even on social and be like,
He
guys.
wouldn't do that. No, he doesn't do that.
Me.
No. He wouldn't do that. But anyway, so there's that.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
El Mencho, a.k.a. I didn't know he also had this nickname, Lord of the Roosters. The slain leader of the Jalisco New Generation cartel, Mexico's most powerful drug cartel, was laid to rest. I don't know if you saw this, in a solid gold coffin this week. Also, his official cause of death was released. Mocha, want to take a stab at that?
Oh, was that a hint? Stab?
No. His official cause of death was released.
Gunshot to the head.
No. Close.
To the face.
Close.
To the heart.
Multiple gunshot wounds.
Okay.
All over his body. I did not see any
Like
to
Tony
the
Montana at the end of Scarface.
I did not see any to the head though when I was going through the report. But multiple gunshot wounds.
The Roz and Mocha Show
podcast.
Selena Gomez doing her husband Benny Blanco's podcast with Lil Dicky. 2 clips I want to play. One, so much has been made of Benny Blanco's dirty feet.
Dirty Blanco.
Showed up with dirty feet on that first podcast, and then he had to go on and show his feet on television to say, hey, they're not that dirty. And then I guess at some point during the podcast, Selena Gomez, he had his shoes and socks off, and Selena got down and kissed his foot.
My mom said I was very... You like that?
Oh, don't make it a moment.
Oh, no, I wasn't. I liked it. It made me feel good. I love you so much.
Okay, so that was Selena Gomez kissing his foot.
You weirdo.
Oh, no, I wasn't. I liked it. It made me feel good. I love you so much.
Anybody in this room, would your partner ever kiss your foot? Anybody in this
No,
room? Hands
never.
up. And nobody?
No.
Really?
Don't tell me your hand's going to go up.
Of course.
Okay, I'll be honest.
Of course.
I'll be honest. Mine would. Yeah.
Of course.
Your man, he would or he has? Come on, Mr. Bernabe, has he?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, independently, or did you ask him?
I did not. No, I'm not asking him.
You didn't say?
No.
What's his name again? Lex?
Lex,
You didn't
yeah.
say Lex? Come on. These
Kiss my feet?
Yeah,
No.
these piggies are out.
No.
No?
I was not asking him. I hate my feet actually being touched.
It's not some sort of worship ritual, is it?
I wish.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay, would would anybody in the room ever kiss their partner's feet?
I would, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Right?
Okay, wait,
No,
so then
Maury's a no. Ooh, no, Maury?
No, not a chance.
Not a chance.
Wow.
Chloe?
No.
No. Oh, there we go.
Wait, but you
Okay.
want him to kiss your feet?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, that's the dream, right? That's the
I
dream.
ain't kissing those dirty feet.
Oh,
so they're dirty
interesting,
now.
Interesting. Also on that podcast, Selena Gomez talking about her relationship with Taylor Swift, and I didn't know. I assumed that there was a few Taylor Swift songs that were written about Selena Gomez, but here's Selena being really specific.
It's very clear that you literally connect with Taylor's music on a different, you connect with it.
1,000,000%. I feel, Dorothea's about me, one of her songs.
Oh.
And I feel like a lot of moments, huge moments that were self-defining, from relationships to family to love to hate, all of it in between. We were figuring it out because I was 15 and she was 18, and we didn't really know what was going on, and so we've never seen each other any differently. So when I listen to it, I hear I'm so impressed how it's eloquently put.
By the way, Dorothea by Taylor Swift sounds like this.
Hey Dorothea, do you ever stop and think about me? When we were younger, down in the park, honey, making a lark of the misery. You got shiny friends since you left town. A tiny screen's the only place I see you now, and I got nothing but well wishes for you.
All right.
There you go. That's a pretty song, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Never heard that before.
It's from the Evermore album
Is that what that
released
is?
in 2020.
The Roz and Mocha Show
podcast.
The life and death of Lamar Odom. The trailer just dropped for this. Is this on Netflix, Maureen?
It is. Yeah.
And because he's they get right into, because remember they found him at a brothel and he was dead, and then they brought him back to life, and then he had all sorts of relapses and everything else. And which Kardashian was he married to? Chloe?
Yep.
Are any Kardashians in this? Chloe's in this?
Yeah.
She's in the documentary?
She's in it.
Damn. So here's a little bit of the death and life of Lamar Odom.
911, where's your emergency?
We need an ambulance.
I need to hurry, please.
Lamar Odom found unconscious at a brothel.
Multiple strokes, brain damage.
I had 12 strokes and 6 heart attacks.
Oh, wow.
That's not no average.
Do you know if he took anything right before this happened?
Laker games, it was the center of the universe.
Lamar's living a rock star lifestyle. That first hit of cocaine was amazing. You unlocked a vault that you can't really control.
He did love Chloe, but he wanted to be on reality TV.
When you're caught in your addiction, there's always going to be embarrassment. I was out all night partying. I didn't want to stop.
What happened?
With Lamar, there are things that we accommodated.
He would escape rehab and go on a drug bender and no one could find him. I just felt such a responsibility to cover this up and protect him.
You can't keep up a facade anymore. It's all gonna crash.
Wow.
Damn.
It's something to still be alive and have a documentary called Life and Death.
That's crazy, man. That's wild.
That's called what again?
The death and life of Lamar Odom.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast. Over 90,000 Canadians have already signed on to a petition urging the federal government to end the practice of the clocks going back and forward twice a year.
Yes.
The petition on change.org was started by a woman named Irene Shore out of Brampton, Ontario, who says the twice a year yearly time shift poses serious health and safety concerns. According to her, there are many studies showing that changing the clocks and staying on daylight saving time negatively impacts our circadian rhythm, causes increase in stroke and heart attacks, impacts people with depression, seasonal affectiveness disorder, and causes more car accidents. As we know, the government out in BC did away with this earlier this week, and maybe we can all...
There you go. Think about the circadian rhythm.
Maybe we can all link up, sync up, whatever you want to do. I don't know what you want to do.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast. Canada is reaching out to Oman to try and bring Canadians who are stranded in the Middle East home. So our Foreign Affairs Minister reached out to her counterpart and asked if they could use their airspace if needed, because as it is right now, Global Affairs Canada says that there is 97,000 Canadians who have registered as being in the Middle East currently. So that's a lot of people if they want to start coming home, that they got to try and get out of there.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast. The hotel prices for FIFA World Cup are starting to sort of trickle through as people try and book rooms, both in Toronto and Vancouver. So 146,000 people are expected to hit Toronto for the games that are happening here. Let me give you some hotel prices, normal, and then what they are during FIFA.
Okay, go.
So a big hotel in Toronto, the Ace Hotel, normally might cost you about $500 a night. During World Cup, a room with a queen bed is $988. A king bed is $1,018. 2 double beds, $1,038. Wow.
Okay.
Down at the Drake, minimum 3-night stay is required. 2 double beds, $1,186 a night.
So people are going to pay that, though.
They are. Shangri-La, a minimum 2-night stay, $1,275 a night. The Hyatt Regency, no minimum stay, 2 queen beds, $533. Out in Vancouver, the Opus Hotel listed at $2,438.
Wow.
The Hotel Le Soleil, $2,500. The Hyatt Regency, $1,053 per night. A 3-night stay at the Pinnacle Harbor between June 13th and the 16th is listed as $3,795. And the budget version, I guess they listed this, the Sandman on Davie, for 3-night stay, $2,832.
Wow.
That's the budget version.
Yo, we got 99 days to go, y'all.
And then, of course, the people on Airbnb are just going to make an absolute killing.
Oh my gosh! Of course.
If you got a place, and I think Airbnb is actually doing incentives for people too, because that's a lot of people coming to 2 cities for a very brief period of time.
Yes.
Right, a very brief period of time. So there you go.
The Roz and Mocha Show Podcast.
Demi Lovato was doing the Keke Palmer podcast talking about, I don't know how it came up, but they were talking about what it's like when you're young and you hit sort of superstardom and the things that are not normal that everybody just sort of looks at and became normal. And one of which was younger women dating sort of older guys.
People don't understand that's what we was dealing with. Yeah, I found myself dating. I'm 15. Why is my boyfriend 20?
Why was my boyfriend 30?
Girl,
you know what I'm saying?
Demi Lovato.
I'm not smiling at that, but that is real. We was trying to find outlets, though. I don't think,
and
just
also
a way to process this, and nobody our age,
could understand. Nobody our age could understand. But then you look back in hindsight, when I turned 30, I was like, that's not okay.
Girl, the moment when you realize and you get the age of a lot of people that were around you and doing stuff, it's almost a mental break that can happen because you realize you were taking advantage of. Oh, I was being exploited.
Wow.
So she's talking about Wilmer Valderrama.
Oh, Fez from Sunday Show.
Yeah, because she was 18, he was 30. And it was so normal back then for that, like legitimate publications, right? Not corners of the internet, but legitimate publications used to joke that Wilmer Valderrama, they used to call him the passport office because every young starlet who landed in Los Angeles had to go through him. Ooh. Right? Like that was the joke because he only dated like super well younger than he was. But yeah, she was 18, he was 30. And then when you're 30, you think about, could I date an 18-year-old? And you're like, no.
Absolutely not. Ew.
No. Right? Like, why would you want to? But anyway, yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Mocha, do you know who Sammy Hagar is?
Oh, actor.
No, incorrect. Keep guessing.
Oh, hockey player.
No, incorrect. Sammy Hagar was the guy who took over singing for Van Halen. Do you know who Van Halen are?
They sing a song called Jump.
They do, yes. Hey!
Right. I know that one.
Hey, come on now.
Played at hockey games all the time.
So he took over for the original singer who was, Mocha,
Van Halen.
No. Van Halen was not the singer.
Oh.
Van Halen was a guitar player and
Tommy?
No, there was Eddie Van Halen who was a guitar player
Eddie Van Halen and Josh Van Halen.
No. What did the other Van Halen in the band do?
Well, you had your singer.
Yes. No, he was not. The singer was not a Van Halen.
Oh, a drummer.
Yes. Name was
Albert Van Halen.
Yes, correct. No, it was Alex.
Oh.
So Sammy Hagar took over. What's that?
Do you mean Eddie?
No, Alex was the drummer. Eddie was a guitar player.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And the singer was
David
Grohl.
No, David Lee Roth.
Oh.
Okay, sorry. So anyway, Sammy Hagar took over for David Lee Roth. But Sammy Hagar was credited with, he was the one that really started Cabo. And I don't mean Cabo like... Huh? Like the trend. I mean, Cabo, the place, because Cabo San Lucas was like a small fishing village.
Yeah.
And then in the 80s, Sammy Hagar started to go down there to like surf and stuff, and he fell in love with it. And then he opened up that bar, Cabo Waba Cantina. Oh. Right? And then hotels came and tourists came and everything else. And they just made him like an ambassador. But this was like back in the late 80s, early 90s. And he then launched his own Cabo Wabo tequila. And he was like one of the first stars that really capitalized on the branding of your name with an alcohol. And in 2008, I think he sold his company for $100 million.
Is this going to end with you telling me that he died drinking his own tequila?
No. He's 78 years old, still performs.
Oh, good for him.
On stage. Like he's got wild energy, but because he's 78, his new venture is Rockstar Essentials, which is a collaboration between Sammy Hagar and the guy who founded Nature's Lab. These are vitamins.
Yeah, he's in the vitamin game?
He's in the vitamin game.
Are these
now.
like weed gummies?
No, they're vitamins. They say the brand delivers clean, bioavailable nutrition designed to support energy, vitality, and it sounds like Viagra.
Tequila does that as well.
Thank you.
Come on.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
In what was a shock to a lot of people yesterday, former Toronto Mayor John Tory, who a lot of people had expected that he was going to announce that he was running again to become the mayor of Canada's largest city. But instead, he made the announcement that he was not running. So he was mayor and then he stepped down. He resigned after it was known that he had an affair with somebody that he worked with. Mm-hmm. And then he stepped back and dealt with all the family stuff. And I mean, people have stayed in office who have done far worse things than that. It was consensual. There was no anything else as far as anybody knows. But Dammit Maury caught up with John Tory right after he had made this announcement to sort of get to the bottom of, like, what happened.
John Tory, we all heard why you're not running for mayor of Toronto once again. But my question to you is this. Were you at one point planning on running again, and then after a conversation with your family changed your mind?
Well, that's a very good question, actually. I had sort of talked about it with them. They knew I was interested because I'd told them and because I suppose they'd seen it in the news. But when it came time to say I'm actually going to do this, we had, shall we say, a more focused discussion at that time. And I really did come to the conclusion from listening to them that it was going to cause potential harm to them, that people should be debating my personal life when the issues really are about crime and safety and housing and affordability. So we reached that decision all together, the people closest to me, and I'm happy with it.
And he was polling pretty high, like he would. Good chance he was going to win. But where are we now, and what does he have to say to the people of the city?
Did you have a plan in place? This is what I would do. This is what I would change. Like, were you already thinking with a mayoral brain?
I was, definitely, because you can't take that out of me, because I did 9 years with mayoral brain, as you say. Only Maury would come up with that. But having said that, it was, I had a lot of ideas that I wanted to bring forward, and I'm still a commentator, and so I'm going to still bring those ideas forward. And I just think the city right now is in need of a different approach to get it back on its feet, and to make sure that we can be strong for ourselves and for the rest of Canada. And so I'll be out there putting my ideas forward, and other people might adopt them, or they might put them forward first, but I'll be out there. I'm not going to fade away.
So the big question now is, if not John Tory, then who?
If Roz Weston were to run for mayor,
oh my gosh,
do you think that he would win? And would you put your name forward to endorse Roz Weston as mayor?
I would give it serious consideration. I think he might have to do a little work on the wardrobe. The hair, I think, might be a sort of... Remember David Miller got elected saying he had good hair? And I think Roz's hair is different, but it may be a sort of a, what do you call it, an identifying feature that he could run on. So I would give that active consideration. And, before I was a candidate myself, I ran a lot of campaigns for a lot of people who won. A couple who lost, but I ran a lot of people who won. And so I would consider myself throwing myself into that, because he's an okay guy, to say the very least.
Oh. Well, I mean, you can't make fun of Roz's hair, because do you not remember your COVID hair?
Facts.
Well, I remember it, of course, but that was different. I mean, that was brought about by immense sacrifice and solidarity shown with hairdressers and haircutters. In his case, it seems to be a matter of choice. But nonetheless, I'm saying his hair is a positive. Wow. It would be a very distinctive feature that would probably allow him to sweep the city. So if he's interested, have him give me a call.
That's what I'm going to do, sweep the city.
Listen, the roast of Roz Weston happened 2 years ago, okay?
Thank you very much, Dammit Maury.
That was great.
Great interview with John Tory.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Max Scherzer, Blue Jays pitcher, who made the announcement that he was going to come back at like a big discount, $3 million as we get Mad Max back in Canada and on the Jays for one more season at least. But the big story was that the letter that his kid wrote, right? Remember they went public with it, where she was like, "Dear Toronto Blue Jays, Max is my daddy, and I know you guys didn't win the World Series. Real sorry about that. Maybe next year. We really love Toronto, and it would be great if he could stay." But here's Max Scherzer's side of that letter from his kid.
So that, if you saw it, that was on like December 17th. So at that point in time, that was when we were writing letters to Santa. Oh, wow. Asking, writing letters to Santa what they wanted for Christmas. And, one night, Brooke came back down and she goes, "Do you have a stamp?" Well, that's kind of odd. So it was a sealed envelope. She put a stamp on it and handed it to us and said, "Can we mail this?" And said, "To the Blue Jays." So, when she went to bed, we opened it and saw what she had written. We all, Erica and I both looked at it and, we're cutest thing you can possibly imagine when you read that, how much it meant to her to be in Toronto. So, she kept asking, "Did we send it?" We just sent it. Like, "No, we can't. No, we didn't send it. That's a bad negotiating tactic." But it was definitely obviously something that meant something to all of us. So when we did sign, obviously let all the fans know about that too.
So good.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I got to play this clip because you're not watching Love Story, the John and Carolyn Bessette show.
No.
He's taking over the world. You need to watch this.
It really is. So I want to play this clip of Jack Schlossberg. Is he the cousin, the nephew?
Yeah, so this
JFK's
is Caroline Kennedy's, like
Caroline-
John's sister's kid.
Right, yes. So he is the nephew of John talking about, because it's a Ryan Murphy show. And Ryan Murphy, a lot of people love his shows, but also Ryan Murphy has been known to take some liberties in the past. Here is a family member of the late JFK Jr.
You're not happy about this Ryan Murphy series about your Uncle John and his wife, Carolyn Bessette.
Well, if you want to know someone who's never met anyone in my family, knows nothing about us, talk to Ryan Murphy. I would just want people who do watch the show to watch it with one letter in mind, and that's a capital F for fiction. The guy knows nothing about what he's talking about, and he's making a ton of money on a grotesque display of someone else's life. I would hope that Mr. Murphy would donate some of the millions of dollars of profits that he's making to maybe some of the causes that John championed throughout his life. Justice, maybe he would donate some of that money to the JFK Library to help keep President Kennedy's memory alive. But he's not. He's making money. This is not a documentary, and I'll leave it at that.
But it's good.
It's so good, though.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Jamie Lee Curtis doubling down on the fact that she did not spoil that The Bear is coming to an end after season 5. So she posted, because she plays the mom, right?
Yeah.
On The Bear. So she posted the other day on Instagram with a picture, and she wrote, "Finished strong, surrounded by an extraordinary crew and group of writers and producers and scene partners on the show that Chris Storer created, completing the story of this extraordinary family that we have all fallen in love with. Got to finish it with my baby Barazzo Bear," she wrote on Instagram.
Aw.
So
That's really nice.
So fans were like, whoa, hold on a second here. Is the show done now after this season? Because the producers and showrunners haven't announced that the show is coming to an end. And FX, the network, hasn't announced that the show is coming to an end. But she posted this, and then last night she was on the red carpet, and they asked her about it.
Your post about you're finishing your work on The Bear in this most recent season, it alarmed some fans because people thought, does she die on the series? Is the show ending? They weren't. People thought, are you announcing the end of the show or the end of your character?
But everybody knows it's the end of the show.
I think some fans did. You're breaking it to some fans.
I'm not breaking any news to anybody. It's the end of the show. They've said it from the beginning. It's not me announcing any endings of anything. I don't.
Do those sound like internal conversations, maybe?
Yes, definitely.
That they all had together as like writers and crew and cast, and this was always the plan, but...
Yeah. But then she told everybody. You know what, though? Like, watching the show, I'm fine if it ends after season 5.
Yeah.
Like, there's nowhere else. Like, they're kind of setting, if you've been paying attention, they're kind of setting it up that way.
Yeah. I dipped on the show after
season 3, I think.
No,
right?
I didn't even get through season 3.
Oh, because that was the season where they kind of started focusing on some of the individual characters and telling more in depth.
The show changed. It wasn't for me after that. But yeah, so there she is, spoiling everything for everybody.
No, chef. Not yet, chef.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan are set to honor Rob Reiner at the Oscars.
Nice.
Apparently, Billy Crystal, according to this story, will be doing all the talking, and Meg Ryan will just kind of be there with a lot of other co-stars from Rob Reiner's films. Interesting, because Conan O'Brien is hosting the Academy Awards.
Mm-hmm.
And if you remember, that night where the fight happened before they were killed all happened at Conan O'Brien's Christmas party.
Oh, shoot. That's right.
Right? So Conan O'Brien's hosting, and then they're going to be doing this big, giant tribute. Like, he's going to be everybody's going to be a mess, but Conan O'Brien's going to, oh, my God. Because he hasn't said anything, right? Other than he loved them, and he released one statement, but other than that, he hasn't said anything, which is so sad.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hillary Duff. A lot of people got a lot of thoughts about Hillary Duff's new music. Some people loving it, some people not loving it, some people saying, this sounds familiar. She's getting compared to a lot of contemporary artists, but there may be a reason for that. Here's Hillary.
I heard lots of these references. I could hear a bit of Taylor Swift in there or like a bit of Sabrina. And we thought about this and we were like, well, they were probably all listening to you when they were little.
Yeah. The internet is so fast to hear something one time and then be like, oh, reheated Sabrina. And you're like...
By the way, I'm not saying it's reheated Sabrina.
No. A cruel, like, internet take is like
totally.
wild. And you're like, I am older and I was here first. There's like plenty of space, obviously, for everyone. But music is just, it's very hard to be completely original anymore. You just have to go in the studio and make what you think is cool. If anything, it's a compliment.
I haven't gone too deep into the new Hillary Duff stuff, but does it sound like reheated Sabrina? A
little bit.
Is that accurate?
That's cool, man.
A little bit.
No pun, but jeez.
Yeah. Does it though? Like, I don't know, because to me, all of that stuff just all sort of sounds the same.
I agree.
I mean,
It all,
pop is pop is pop.
Yeah, it all just sounds like it's created by the same, 4 writers and the same 4 producers.
Sure. It's
right?
that breathy sort of thing that they're all doing.
Say it again. Try again, Shem. What is it? It's like,
right?
No, sing it like them, not like how you always sing.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
Wow.
Wait, why don't you try, Mocha? Yeah. Shem?
That's how you do it.
More breathy, Mocha. Shem? Can I actually say a word? Say lover. You both sound like reheated Hillary.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The first 3D printed homes have gone up for sale in California. They built a whole neighborhood. Okay. They were built in just 24 days, and they sell for $280,000.
How do they look though?
I'll throw some pictures in the group chat right now. The actual
safe?
the 3D printer that they use, it's a $1.1 million 3D printer, and that one printer has turned out 5 new homes so far, taking just 24 days, like I said, to complete.
Oh, wow.
They're 1,000 square feet, so they're not that big, and they're building a whole neighborhood. An original house hit the market back in February for $280,000. That was their first one. Which is almost $50,000 cheaper than anything else in that neighborhood in California, where they built these. The walls are layered inch by inch, and they are even bulletproof. They can withstand a ballistic fire from handguns and machine guns, and the buildings are also fire, pest, and mold resistant.
But is it like insulated?
Yeah.
So they 3D print the walls.
Yes.
And then they just like put them up?
Yeah, no, I think that I don't know how they do it, but I've seen it done where the printer is there and it actually prints the house there.
On site?
On site. I've seen that done before.
No.
Yeah.
But if it's bulletproof, wouldn't criminals just want to like live in there?
Well, I mean, sure.
Anybody can.
Yes, but I feel like it would just draw criminals.
Well, I mean.
So if you break a window, you just print a new one?
So do penthouses.
That's true. Yeah.
So do basement apartments.
So wild.
Yeah, and it looks nice though, right?
Yeah,
like,
it looks fine.
Granted, this is staged to hell, right? And it looks good, but $280,000 for a 3D printed house? Why not?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The Toronto Public Health is warning residents of a measles exposure after somebody traveled back through Pearson Airport in Toronto. So the measler traveled from Guatemala City to San Salvador on Avianca flight AV570 from San Salvador to Toronto on February 22nd. They passed through Terminal 1 arrivals anywhere between 1:40 and 4:40 p.m. on Feb 22nd. If anyone believes that they were there at that time... And you're getting symptoms, maybe check. So symptoms of measles include fever, runny nose, cough, red eyes, a red rash that begins on the face and then spreads down the body, and small blue-white spots that can appear on the inside of your mouth and throat. So I guess...
I've never thought of if I'm in a public place, I wonder if I'm going to get measles.
No.
Right?
And you shouldn't have had to have thought that ever in your
vaccinated,
life.
right?
Like if I'm walking through a mall, I'm like, I wonder if that person over there has got measles.
Yeah.
That I just walk by.
But you're all vaxxed up for measles. They do that. They do that when you're a baby or a little bit older, right? But yeah, no, I never.
Once you get that vaccine, you're like good for life?
I think so.
Yeah.
You don't have to do like regular maintenance, right?
No.
I don't think so.
No, no, I don't think so. But
No,
no,
I don't want to have to be
never-
going. If I'm, I don't know, like somewhere, be like, look to the next person. Yo, you got the measles?
Yeah, yeah. But I never thought that anyway. And then COVID hit, and everybody was like, started looking at you like you were sick. Because for some reason, I never went into a room looking at people like, oh, you have COVID. But when I walked into a room, for some reason, everybody looked at me like, oh, that guy's got COVID. And I don't know why.
That's cool.
I don't know why.
I saw this thing yesterday where it said
people, I don't know, people just thought I was like, I don't know, like people thought I was dirty or something. Like I just had, like I looked like the guy that had COVID all the time.
You look like you have a few things.
I read that yesterday. I read that this week.
Yeah.
6 years ago, this week was the last "quote unquote" normal week. Oh yeah,
You're right.
Was it really
before the
COVID?
COVID lockdown happened?
Yes.
Yeah, because I had to cancel our March break trip for the girls. We were all going to go. I don't know where we were. I think we were going to go to New York. And then I was going to fly home because I do the radio show. And then the girls were going to continue on to, they were going to go to London and Paris.
Yeah.
And then I had to cancel it all. I didn't get like barely a refund too. I know. Barely a refund because at that point they were canceling flights, but hotels were still open. So I couldn't get a refund on the hotel because there was no viable reason for them to give me a refund on the hotel.
We're fine over here.
But I was like, I can't fly. I can't get there. And they're like, not good enough.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was wild. I lost so much money.
That's a you problem.
Man.
Oh, 6 years. This is a terrible anniversary for me. Six years ago this week, I lost thousands. What? Man. Oh, man,
Sorry,
it's like
sorry.
Black Thursday.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh, Jody Sweeten, you know her. She was
Stephanie Tanner.
Stephanie Tanner?
Oh, yes.
So she's had a not good relationship with Candace Cameron Bure over the years because I guess what it is that Candace Cameron, they both started out kids together on a show and then life just happens. And Candace Cameron went to go on to be very Christian and very conservative. And Jody went on to be a LGBT activist and everything else. And there's no alignment in their values.
But they got back together when they did the reboot of.
But I don't even think
Full House.
that went well. So here is Jody on an update on where their relationship stands.
Do you still have relationships with Candace and Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen at all?
When we saw Mary-Kate and Ashley after Bob had passed, that was the first time we'd all really been together and seen each other in years because they were in New York and like in Europe. Candace does her thing, and we sit on very opposite sides of things, and I'm just kind of a loud, outspoken about a lot of things, and that's not going to stop me. And like, if that ain't you, that ain't you.
Wow.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Israel and the U.S. continue to hammer cities across Iran, and Iran, in response, as we know, launching attacks on Israel and U.S. allies out in the Middle East, including Saudi Arabia, UAE, and Iran has warned of, quote, the complete destruction of the region's military and economic infrastructure. And here in Canada, PM Mark Carney, he's sort of like flip-flop back and forth the last couple of days, and it's not that people are pissed that he's leaning one way or another, but a lot of what he's saying has been quite confusing as far as where he stands. He first said that he supported the strikes, and then he said that he regretted that he had to support the strikes. Then he called for a ceasefire and for international law to be respected, and now he's saying that he isn't against joining the fight. So he told reporters in Australia, quote, one can never categorically rule out participation. We will stand by our allies when it makes sense. And he then added that there's a distinction between self-defense and the actions taken by the U.S. and Israel, saying we will always defend Canadians and we will always stand by our allies when called upon.
Make up your mind, man. All this was said in a week?
Yeah, like days. So it's a bit confusing on the message as far as where Canada stands in relation to all of that.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Andy Dick, who if you don't know who Andy Dick is, he was a comic, and then he was on a show called News Radio for a lot of years, and then reality shows, and he did, I think, Celebrity Rehab, Maury?
And Big Brother, yeah.
And Big Brother. So he's one of those guys, right? But he's also been dealing with a massive drug problem over the years, and there was a video that somebody shot of him on the street not that long ago where he OD'd on the street. And then they revived him, and he wound up living. But he just did an interview with Howie Mandel about what went down that day and the sort of effects afterwards. So here's how close Andy came to death.
Were you dead?
Yeah.
Did your heart stop? Like legitimately, clinically dead?
Purple, not breathing.
Do you remember anything about what happened on the other side?
No. Yeah, I wish. I'd go back.
What do you remember? What's the first thing?
Waking up in the ambulance, I think.
Did you smell crack? Is that what it was?
I don't know what it was.
The guy that he got the drug from, I'm repeating.
Don't say
the guy that he got the drug from had Narcan.
He had Narcan because he knew this was going to be a problem.
See, that's a good point.
So I guess the guy who gave him whatever it wasn't crack. It was because, I mean, crack's not going to do that to Andy Dick. It was something else. But
and I remember after that video came out, Andy Dick posted on social, he was sitting there with his friends.
Yeah.
And he was drinking and he was drunk.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm not going, even though my friends are urging me to go back to rehab, like I'm not going to go.
No. But what are the lasting effects of that? Here's more of Andy Dick.
Is your memory affected?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will you?
I think maybe I drank more than you. That's probably
you did.
Sure.
What?
And they did a CAT scan thing or so, whatever they call it in your brain, and I have all these. There's about 5 to 7
lesions,
holes or something.
Lesions.
Oh my gosh. Whatever. That sounds like I got hit. It's mostly.
I think I'm right. Am I right about?
I don't think so. I don't think that's not the word I remember they used.
Well, you don't remember? So. What makes you think you're going to be able to stay sober this time?
I didn't say that.
Yo, I feel bad for the guy and I feel bad for saying this, but we're not going to have Andy Dick around for much longer.
No.
On this path that he's going down?
Speaking of Billy Idol, super famous in the 80s, a lot of massive songs. White Wedding, Moni Moni, all that stuff. He's got a new documentary about his life called Billy Idol Should Be Dead.
Oh, my gosh.
1, from the drug use. 2, he was in a motorcycle accident years ago that, like, the percentage of people that should have survived that motorcycle accident is like less than 1. And he wound up surviving afterwards.
Yeah.
So he really should be dead. But here he is on with Bill Maher talking about the unusual way that he managed to kick heroin.
Once you're trying to get off heroin, what do you go to? You go to something else that... I started smoking crack to get off heroin.
Oh, my God.
Did you really? It worked. It worked.
There you have it, kids.
And I did.
Want to get off heroin?
It's probably the worst advert for...
Step up to crack.
But it worked. I got off there. I got off the heroin.
have to spell it out for you, little...
It worked. This is years ago, but...
Don't do drugs, kids. If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times.
So he should be dead.
How's he laughing about all this?
Well, because he's fine now.
Is he
doesn't.
clean?
Yeah, he doesn't do anything now. He was saying that he used to just go to restaurants and have a glass of wine with dinner, and then the doctors were like, "Yeah, you can't even do that anymore." And he's
an
like,
artist now too.
Yeah, he's really great. But yeah, so he doesn't do anything right now. No, he just. I think he takes weed gummies, is what he said.
Oh, okay. If that's the height of it.
I think that's the height of it.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Mocha, I know you believe in ghosts.
I don't believe
We've
in ghosts.
established that many times on this show.
Bruh.
Yeah, you flipped at some point because you thought it was
There's no
soft
such
to say you
thing.
believed in ghosts, but you used to
man,
very
don't
much believe in ghosts.
No.
But the question is, Mocha, do you believe in witches?
No.
You don't?
Ridiculous.
You don't believe in witches?
Witches?
You don't think that somebody can have like sorcery powers?
No.
No? You don't think at all somebody can conjure something or put a spell or a potion or a lotion
that's
to get what they
ridiculous.
want or what they don't want?
No.
You do not believe in witches?
That is so
okay.
out of there.
Okay. Khloe Kardashian believes in witches.
Well, I've lost all respect.
Here's Khloe Kardashian on her podcast.
Do I believe in witches? Yes. I believe in everything. I believe anything's possible. I don't give energy to witches, but I do know No names will be mentioned, but I do know a few people that have done sorcery in some regard,
Like Harry Potter?
but dark, like
Like Slytherin.
bad stuff. I'm not associated with these people, but
Malfoy.
like I know there are believers in these things out there. I'm not saying a witch is bad or good. I do think there's light and dark to anything. So I think if there are witches, which I believe there are, there could be a good witch and there could be a bad witch.
God, they live a different life, those Kardashians, huh?
Like Wizard of Oz?
Yeah. Anybody in here, show of hands, does anybody believe in witches?
No.
No? Shem?
Not at all.
No dark arts?
No.
No. Damn it, Maury.
Is there something you want to tell us?
No. I'm not a witch, but do you believe it all?
No.
You don't believe somebody
is
has the... Yeah, thank you. Jesus. I can't win.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10
on Kiss 92.5.
KISS925.com.
Or download the Kiss 92.5 app.